Hey everybody, welcome back to the Flannel Channel. I'm Philip. I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to get an interview with Ben Storlie. He's going to show us around his beautiful Peterbilt 379. This thing is customized. It's gorgeous. It's a working class truck. You're going to love it. Stick around.
Yeah, it's a 93 Peterbilt 379. 3406C is what I put in it. I put a B pump on it. 13 speed, 355, 404 Eaton rears. Car hauler front end. Kind of built my own air ride.
Wow.
Kind of patterned it off a 12 gauge with a little bit of heavier duty stuff, I guess.
Sure. And you did the car hauler front end just to get it as low,
a little
low
bit
as possible?
lower.
Sure.
I'm not as low as some guys, but I had to have a little practicality in mind because I do use the truck here and there on a low boy.
Yeah.
When I started on the truck, I never envisioned it to go quite this far, but I wanted to build a 359 for the longest time, and I couldn't find one, so I ended up kind of making mine look like a 359.
Yeah.
I
like that.
I got a lot of time into that hood, a lot of time into the breather coming in, the firewall cover. Yeah, my biggest thing on the trucks that we've built is we build our own drop skirts, and we rivet it all up so it kind of looks like the cab matches down in.
Oh yeah, that's subtle, but you're right. By adding the rivets and continuing the line down, it keeps the theme going all the way through.
Does.
That's really sharp. Yeah.
Someday I'd love to build a truck with just continuous body panels, just replace them all and then have it so there was no seam, but I didn't have the ambition on this one. So
I get it. No,
yeah.
That's really cool.
I did things like even underneath, I filled in underneath the transmission and bell housing, and yeah. My theme of the truck is the Joker. It kind of starts in the back. The Joker is walking to Vegas. He's got money blowing everywhere. This kind of like ties into the theme. It's broke. Vegas is burning up. Fuel's $10 a gallon. He's just down on his luck.
Yeah.
They ain't gonna make it, you know.
Wow.
That's about how I felt building the whole truck. So, yeah.
Man.
I got to give a lot of credit where credit's due to a buddy, Don Dunbar. He helped me a lot on my fab work. Stole Hammers helped me on my laser cutting. A guy named Dave Sen and Macintosh helped me on my body work and paint work. Steve Ballard did my airbrush work. Randy Johnson out of St. Cloud did my pinstriping. All hands on deck was amazing.
Neat.
Built it in my dad's shop.
That's a lot of Minnesota connections
every
right there.
Bit,
yeah,
every bit.
I love that.
Yep.
Very cool.
The color is Pull Me Over Red to 130X GM number.
Cool.
I did paint it with Emron Elite, so it's a single stage paint.
Did you paint it at your own shop?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was basically painted in a farm shop. We just sprayed the floor with water and sprayed for bugs and hoped for the best, and we did some cutting and buffing after the fact because there was a few dust spots, but
well, hey, it's impressive.
Well,
nice job.
Yeah, it was. Nothing was hired out. I mean, it was all, you know, I had some buddies help me out and did it on the weekends, and it was not a full-time job building it, I guess, you know.
Man.
So.
And you're still having to go out and work.
Yeah.
You know, and then come home and work on this thing on nights and weekends.
Yep.
And oh man.
A lot of come home, you know, we work pretty long hours. We had our own construction company, and it'd be like, I gotta, you know, do 2 things tonight. You know, it'll make me feel better about tomorrow, and then my mind can go on another piece of it, you know. And so there was some dreaded nights, you know, but it was a labor of love, you know.
Yeah.
So,
that's awesome.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's so much stuff.
Yeah, keep walking us through some of the stuff that you're seeing.
I put new style doors on it, I guess. The dash, I took my plastic dash was faded, cracked, whatever. The truck was out of South Carolina.
Okay.
It was a low mileage truck, 626,000 miles on it, but I was gonna just put a new dash in it, or I was gonna put a 359 Corvette dash in it, but I just started brainstorming, and that's a full aluminum dash, and painted it. But that right there on my side time in the winter, that was 1 winter's worth of work, just building that dash in the evenings and on the weekends. And
that's fantastic, because nobody else has a dash like that. Like, that is one of a kind, dude.
Yeah,
I love that.
If you know much about Pete dashes, I know there's guys that do, but there's like a main pillar in there, and I cut that support and I brought it in 3 inches, and then I put, so the steering column and everything's a little bit closer.
Sure.
So, and then I big holed it. It was a small hole, so unibilted it. You get that seat back. I mean, it kind of feels like an auditorium when you're sitting there.
Yeah,
a lot of leg room and stuff. And,
nice.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't go crazy with the interior, but the dash, I figured kind of sweetened it all up. So
you know, absolutely. Yeah. And because you're working the truck, you knew what was important to you.
Yeah.
In like making it comfortable, making it roomy, you know, making it look good, but it also has to be functional, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like my panel for my switches, it's on a hinge, like an old 359 would be. So you just take the Allen bolts out, and that whole panel just comes down, and all your wires and, you know, everything's there, you know.
That's really smart.
I tried to make it so it wasn't, you know, if I was broke down or on the road, it wasn't impossible to work on.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's really smart. Yeah. That's part of having a working truck, and not just a show truck.
Yeah,
being able to work on it.
I tried to have the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
you know,
I love that. Absolutely.
I also did filler work underneath there with the T-pipe, and then a tank filler there. It's kind of tough to see, but at night it really illuminates it, because the T-pipe comes through a panel, and it's just all kind of filled in.
Just cleans it up.
Yep.
In front of and behind the stacks. Yeah.
Tried to box it in. I've had guys tell me that this is a very fabricated truck over, you know, they say that truck there, you know, it's just, there's so much fabrication that, you know, everything kind of catches your eye, I guess, but.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
But does that help keep the truck cleaner also, as
you
or is it more difficult to clean?
No,
what do you think?
We ran in 150 miles of rain coming to the show, and I was like, oh boy, this is gonna be bad. But it really wasn't bad underneath there. Cool. I was surprised, because we were laying underneath it, her and I, cleaning it, and I ran in some rain, but, you know, that was about the most I have ran in. But it wasn't bad. But like my tanks, you can see are all water spotted up. But
hey,
yeah, it's, if you're gonna live around here, you're gonna hit it. You know?
Absolutely, yeah. And you know, it's a working truck, so you're working the thing, you're greasing it.
Yep.
You're in construction sites. I mean, this thing has to earn a living. It can't just sit around and look pretty.
No,
right?
not quite. Yeah. Haven't used it in the winter yet, but we kind of park it then, I guess. But
I would too, man. Yeah. Shoot, we do that with our pickups in Minnesota.
Yeah, exactly,
right?
exactly. You get it.
Yeah. Yep. For
everybody's got their favorite thing.
Absolutely. I love that you made your own panel there for your.
You did catch that. Yeah, that was just an afterthought. I was just kind of playing around with a piece of stainless, and everybody does their name on the frame or battery box, but. I just thought of that, you know, and it rides with the sleeper going up and down. And
I like that.
It's just simple and subtle, you know.
Yeah. You're doing things your own way.
If a guy ever wanted to change the name, it's just a vinyl,
you know. It's just right there. Yeah.
Yep.
Man.
Yeah, this here was done by Steve Ballard, the airbrush. That's kind of the starting theme. My front yard actually has a hood buried in it. I did in a rock garden, so he kind of carried that on through.
Neat.
Steve kind of went wild on it. I mean, I just gave him kind of an idea of what I thought it should be, and like 2 weeks later he called me with that, and I was like, wow, that's unique.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, this is just a shock box to cover up all that stuff.
Sure. And I bet lit at night, that makes a really cool effect, I bet.
The watermelons, I put orange ones here, so it looks like a sunset almost. Nice. It's kind of unique, you know?
Man.
The frame, cover, everything was, never planned on doing that, but I had these electric actuators, and they're out of a slide-out camper.
Oh, wow.
And just kind of started playing with an idea, and I had to figure out how to get hydraulic lines through it. So that was a task.
I bet. So all your lines, everything has to go inside.
You can kind of see them down there. They go in and then over in the frame, and then, you know, I got one, because that side over there is a split tank for hydraulic. But
wow.
Yeah, you would think that this is really good and covered, but grease still does fly up everywhere.
Yeah. Hey, that's part of life on a working truck.
Oh yeah.
But when you have an idea like this, like, oh, I think I'm going to make it, you know, have hydraulic actuators, and then you think, well, that causes 2 other problems that I have to solve. Like,
Yeah.
okay, you know, it's like
Yeah.
everything's connected. So that would be cool, but then that makes more work for something else.
Yeah.
And like, you're never done having. You're probably like me. You're going down the road, you're driving, you come up with an idea, right?
Yeah,
And you're
yeah.
like, I could do that.
Yeah.
And then like, yeah, your mind is just going all day long as you're driving, right?
Yeah, oh,
so-
it never stopped, especially working on this. Yeah, but no,
Man.
it all worked out. It was that there took time, not as much as the dash or the hood,
Sure.
but I guess the biggest thing on this was making these frame ends. That's where Stole Hammers, they kind of had an idea, and then we got it. I did some bending, breaking, and then they laser cut everything, so it was perfect. And
Very
then
nice.
built these as well, like my back bars and
Sure.
front bars. Like I just made them a little bit different with a step brake instead of just a 90.
Yep. And that adds some strength to it,
Yeah,
you know, and
yeah.
things like that. Because, I mean, blind mount stuff, it looks cool, but as it's working all day
Yeah.
long, you get cracks and you get all kinds of different problems
it's like,
that way.
It's like this, you know, like these are all nut certed, so like I take them bolts out and the back panel comes out, I can work on the lights. And
Exactly.
I don't know.
Yeah. I think it adds some industrial, like,
Yeah.
it looks cool because, you
Yep.
know, you spaced everything out, you took the time to measure it all out. It's not random, everything matches.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
I-
like that, man.
Appreciate you seeing that. I
Yeah.
was gonna huck it together, but I kind of kept the Allen bolt theme there. But like
I
this
like it.
panel I made, like we kept the huck theme there, and
Yeah.
we just tried to make everything look like how the cab kind of looks. And
Yep.
This is removable. That's why there's, you know, screws in there.
Yeah.
Doing that again, I might have made that like hinged here so it would have opened, but we can do that later. You
That's
know?
right, yeah. You're never actually finished with
No.
it, right? There's always things changing and moving
No,
all the
that's
time.
exactly it.
Did you build this yourself?
We just added that. As we speak, I bought a mechanical RGN. I'm going to
Okay.
build for it. I got a hydraulic detach right now that
Okay.
matches, but we are going to, me and Don, we're going to build one this winter that's why the ramps are on there.
Nice.
So it was kind
Yeah.
of an afterthought, but it's like we need to build something and kind of improvise it. And that we
Yeah.
built these aluminum blocks to make it work with them. And
Sure.
yeah.
So changes are coming back there also,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
There's this. Yep.
Yeah, kind of wish I had full fenders at times, but it doesn't work with the low boy aspect. You know,
Right.
tear them up, you know.
It's gotta be functional for what you do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and that cover, it does go up a lot higher.
Oh, okay.
But I just try to leave it there so people can see the pinstriping and
Mhm.
detail a little bit.
You bet. Yeah.
But no, I mean, it looks good. It drives better than it looks. It really floats down the highway, and
Very nice.
we did all our own bending on the step boxes and stuff for our stainless. I did buy the tread plates from Spare Time Fab.
Sure.
They made a couple interior pieces in the back for me. Nice company to work with.
Yeah. Yep. Absolutely. Great folks.
Yeah. The cover on this side, there's actually a story behind that. When I was 13 years old, I got to tour the Caterpillar factory, and I went to the engine foundry in Peoria, Illinois.
Yeah.
And I was young, and we got to watch a C-18 on a dyno. That was so cool, and it was a marine engine. And they had these there, and they were going to put that on the valve cover, and I was like, that's so cool, and the guy gave it to me. And I always knew someday I'm going to use that. And last year I just got that panel done for the truck, and I was 28 years old, so a few years later I found the perfect spot for it.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
but yeah.
That's a great story, man. I love that.
Yeah, it just all worked out. Again, the filler panel, you can kind of see the stuff there.
Yeah. Man, great job. I love that you added a door.
Yeah,
right
check
here.
the oil.
Yeah.
Yep,
Like-
yep. And then there's a filler there too. A tube comes up to put oil in. And, yeah.
I love it.
Like the radiator. That's a story in itself. Painted the radiator all up and put it in there. Poured antifreeze in it, leaking antifreeze. Didn't realize I had dry rotted seals, and I'm like, well, at this point, all this work into it, I better, rebuild the radiator. So we bought a new core, and I put it all together in pieces. So there's, I tried to add the detail to everything.
Yeah.
And,
Yep.
yeah, I don't know.
Well, you definitely took the time to do it right.
Yeah.
Anything you were touching or doing along the way, you had the forethought to think, well, I'm going to do this once. I'm going to do it right. I'm
Yeah.
going to,
Try
put
to
the effort into it.
Yeah. In time,
Man.
I'd love to build a stainless shroud for the fan, but
Sure.
You'll
get there.
like you say, you're never done.
Never ever done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially with a working truck that
Yeah.
is still going to give you fits, and things are going to break and go wrong. And
it never ends, you know. I actually, right out of the gate, I had a sleeve break on it. I was down in Minneapolis with it, and it started pouring antifreeze out the pipes, and I had about 400 miles on it, and I bought parts during COVID, and Caterpillar told me I might have had defected parts. And so that's why you look at the head bolts, or you know, they've been brushed because we had to take the head back off. Oh, that was a sick feeling, because I spent a lot of money on that engine. And my brother Eric, he does our engine work for us, and he thought maybe he did something wrong, and we weren't pointing fingers, but took it apart, seen the problem, called Cat, they owned up to it. So, but that was one of those big gremlins to get out of the way.
Sure,
you know, but
sure, yeah.
I thought I had a 1,000,000-mile motor when I come out of the door, but had about a 400-mile motor. Yeah.
And you said you turned up the power a little bit on it?
A little bit.
Okay.
I'm probably about 550, nothing crazy.
Sure.
And that's kind of guessing too, but I know it'll blew the back of the pipes up a little bit when I'm pulling good. So
okay, yeah.
I mean, it ain't, I'm sure there's guys here with way more power, but.
Well, diesels, especially a Cat, it'll hurt itself.
Oh, yeah.
Like trying to do what you tell it to do. So you want to, because it's a working truck and you need to feed your family with this thing.
Yeah.
Like you want to try and be making power, but be conservative enough that you're not tearing stuff up. And so it's not just about bragging rights and numbers, is it? No, it's got to be able to.
You want to keep your foot where it needs to be, you know, if they're too high power, you know. But this one here, you could, not that I'd probably put a driver in it, but if you did put a driver in it, I don't think you could hurt it the way it's set, you know.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
that's smart.
Yeah. We run a few of them, so we've had the bad stories of guys blowing them up with too much power and stuff. It's like, that didn't pay for itself, you know.
Lessons learned.
Yep.
As a business owner. Yep.
No, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite part of the truck?
My dash is, I think, my favorite part.
Awesome.
I do like that because you get to see it when you're driving it all the time. I really do like the hood. It's funny, we've been sitting back there, and I got to hear a lot of people talking, and their guys argue, is this a 359? You know, and then well, it's got like a 379 looking cab, you know, and that's kind of a fun part.
Yeah.
So I do dread the day if I ever did hurt that hood, because that hood, you just can't buy no parts really for it.
No.
The top panel's about the only thing that's factory, I guess, you know. But yeah.
You've put so much of yourself into this machine.
Yeah.
Like it's your personality coming out of every rivet, every screw. Like, this is Ben.
Yeah.
Like, it's pretty neat to see.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I can close the hood if you want.
Oh, sure. Yeah, let's get it.
Yeah. It's kind of got a different grill on it a little bit. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, Stoll hammers helped me cut the grill out, and then we just put the namer in the corner, I guess. And just a 12 gauge bumper, but I did paint the backside just to make it look a little bit different. And nothing crazy, I guess. But
hey, no,
the grill shell, I did add rivets in between every factory rivet. Just except on the bottom row I didn't, but I just I don't know, I just did it to be a little bit different, I guess, see if people noticed it.
For sure. Yeah.
It looks cool when you're coming down the road. I've had my dad drive it at me, and with the red air to air, it's kind of it kind of gives you the look, you know. Absolutely. Yep. Yeah. And it's unique. It's not like everything else running down the road out there. Like, people will be able to spot this truck and know that it's you just because it's not like anything else out there. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. Absolutely, man. Me and Don, we worked our butts off to get this right. We cut one panel, it was wrong, and we were kind of like, oh boy, we got to buy new panels now, because we had that sweep a little too big. Oh yeah. And I wanted to try to make that contour right, and plus people are going to be looking at this because it's unique, so we got it right the second time, I guess. But, wow. Yeah, to have to take the time to do that and follow that same contour. Yeah. That's a detail that a lot of people would miss. Yeah. But yeah. Wow. And I'm sure you're familiar with Peterbilts. We run quite a few, and these hoods always want to crack right here. Yeah. So all of our Peets, we add a strip in here all the way, and then we put these rivets in. Oh, nice. And that makes them pretty strong. They don't want to crack, you know. Nice. So I definitely wanted to do that on this one because I didn't want to be replacing panels, but the proof's in the pudding a little bit. I mean, we ran one for a long time and had no issues, so.
Love that.
Yeah.
Now you're giving away some of your secrets. People are going to start copying you.
I know it. I hope I see more of it, because boy, replacing that top panel, you say a lot of funny words doing it.
Yeah, you know? Yeah.
Because then you got to repaint it when you're done too. And, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you should be really proud, Ben. You did a great job on this.
I appreciate the hell out of it. I do.
Wow. Well done. Is there anything that we forgot? Did we miss anything?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, I think if people really want to see the true colors of it, you almost got to see it in person, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
I got good buddies at home, and they all see it, you know, and they're like, oh, we didn't see that part, we missed that part, you know. So
the more you look at it, the more you notice. Yeah.
When you work on it for 6 years, you come up with ideas, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. Any thank yous or shout outs you want to give to people that helped you along the way?
Yeah, like I say, I got my buddy Dave Sen, Don Dunbar, my dad Cubby, my brother Eric, Stole Hammers and Sons for the laser work and the bending, and just great guys. Chuck Horde out of Thief River, he helped me get this color I really wanted, and to get it in the Emron Elite. That wasn't cheap, but we got it. You know, he had to pull some strings and stuff, and yeah, just great buddies. Especially Don Dunbar. I mean, I think I really tested him. Between him and I, we can kind of brainstorm some ideas, and I think he smoked cigarettes, and he'd usually light a cigarette and he'd say, well, it started out as dirt, we can get it a little further, you know. So I mean, you just can't beat Don. He's just an awesome guy to work with. So
love that.
Yeah. Oh, great help, you know.
Good.
So
good for
couldn't
you.
do it without those guys, and wish they could have been here, but we're really busy back home. But I said I had to go.
Nice.
So,
well, I'm glad you made the trip down, and thanks for taking the time to show us your truck, man.
I really appreciate you. So
absolutely, Ben. Thanks, man.
There's so much to talk about on a truck like this.
No, perfect. Yeah, just jump right in.
Yeah, do you want to stand by?
Yeah, we can. Yeah.
I've never done this, so
that's okay.